Hi, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to the monthly resets. So here's the monthly reset for September, because October's next month, but August was last month. So let's go over August. August was not the best month of my year. It's probably actually one of the most challenging, but that's okay, because we're out of it and we don't have to reflect on that. And sometimes, as much as I like to reflect, sometimes I don't want to reflect. So I have an avoidant personality, so I'm going to use that today and avoid last month. But we're just going to go over like the goals. No screens 30 minutes after waking up and 30 minutes before bed. Did I perfect this? No, but did I check it off? Yeah, because I improved a lot in this department. Average 7,000 steps. No, I achieved 6,578 steps. Pay federal loans and private loans in the same month. In full, mind you. Yes, I did achieve that. Got a little rocky at the end of the month. Was like, am I gonna be able to afford it? But I was able to afford it. I needed to start doing that. I actually have paid my federal loans so much frequently that they're like, because I've been paying it in full. It was actually technically my first month that I was needed to be paying in full, but I've been paying in full, like both of them in full this entire time, ever since I started making payments to both. But yeah, it worked out, and they actually lowered my monthly amount, but under the guidance of my parents, I don't know if I'm going to change that. Like, I don't think I'm going to change. I need to re-look at my loans. At first, I was going to prioritize just my other loans and then prioritize these afterwards, because the other loans are in my parents' names, and then these loans are in my name, and I'm fully responsible for them. I'm fully responsible for the other loans. My parents are co-signed on those, so when I get them out of the way first, although they are the larger amount. So we'll see. Make payment over $50 to specified loan outside the monthly payment. I technically could at this point now make that payment, but I really couldn't by the end of the month. I don't think I'll make a payment until the end of this month. Yeah, I think I might make a lower amount, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Ideally, at the end of this month, I would like to make a $100 payment, but we'll see. I haven't made an extra payment in over a month, so yeah, I've just been paying the minimum payment, which covers everything that I need to be paying. Get off devices by 10 p.m. By the end of the month, yes and no, but I just decided not to check that one off because, I still struggle a little bit, and I was texting my friend last night at 10 p.m. But that's this month too. So with that being said, we can learn and grow and change this month. So here are my September goals. So no screens 30 minutes after waking up and 30 minutes before. You'll notice if you watch some of my previous monthly resets too, I have same goals, like very similar goals, because I want to get better at them. And then when I feel like they've been integrated into my routine, then I will remove them. But until then, they're not fully integrated. But I do think I'm getting much better. And at first I started like 10 minutes, but I think ideally I want to get that to a max of an hour each way, but I don't know when we'll get to that point. So until then, I'll keep this on my goals. But one thing I will always have on my goals is pay federal loans and private loans in the same month, because I want to make sure I'm making those monthly payments. And then my average step goal for the month, those will always be there. So my average step count for this month goal is 6,000 steps. I did change it from 6,000 to 5,000 and then down to 1,500. I'm just going to keep it at 1,500 for now. I would love to achieve more than that every single day, and I tend to achieve more than that every single day. So that's my goal for now. And then, like I said, pay federal and private loans in the same month. Ideally, I would pay what I've been paying instead of the new amount. I think they moved what I've been paying for my private for student loans for the federal is like slightly above $250, and I think they moved it to $190, slightly above $190. But because I was making extra payments, I want to make any extra payments for now. I want to make that to my private loans, but for some reason I've made a couple of extra payments to those loans, in particular the federal loans. The federal loans instead of the private loans. I did make a big payment to the private loan, so we're good on that, but that was like months ago. But yeah, like I said, like I've been making payments, so I don't know why they lowered it. I don't know if the federal interest rate was lowered, or I've just made so many overpayments in their eyes that it's like, oh, yours has been reduced. So maybe I'll rethink the way that I'm paying off my loans. At this rate, I'm trying to prioritize the bigger loans, which are all under my dad's name, and then my mom's co-signed loans, and then my federal loans. But I'm starting to think maybe I should just knock off the federal loans first, because I was going to do the avalanche method. And I've heard that the debt snowball method can be easier to do, but I would just low-key feel bad if I paid off my federal loans first. I don't know why. That's just me, because all of that's in my name, so that's only affecting my credit. But like my parents, I'm making the payments on time for theirs, so I think that's all that matters at this point. But I did get something in the mail this month that I could release my dad as a co-signer on one of the loans, and he was like, please remove me, and I realized I couldn't remove him, and I don't even know how to do that. So my dad will be helping me when that time actually comes to remove my parents from those loans. So for now, I think I'll have to reevaluate and talk with my mother, because if I talk with my father, I will be stressed out, unfortunately. But I'll talk with my parents about that one, and then make a payment of any specified amount to a specified loan, mainly the biggest loan, which is under my dad. Like I said, it was at $13,000. I'm happy to say it's at $12,000 right now. I think I paid off over $1,000 in over $1,000 almost on the principal. I think I'm at like $12,500 or something, and then I paid off over $1,000 in interest alone. So yeah, that's at like 8%. So we're really trying to get that one out first, as you can tell, and then like TBD on everything else. And then make more time and invest in a hobby of your choice. And so I did bullet journaling. I started bullet journaling, then I got off of it in the middle of the month, and then, which oddly enough, it was because I watched a video. That's why I got back into bullet journaling. Watched a video that I think someone had released at the beginning of the year, and yeah, I watched it and I was like, oh, they made it more practical and more helpful for like the everyday person. So I think I'm going to try to get back into it this month. I've said it before, but the beginning of the month is typically when people like to make change. Beginning of a year, beginning of a season, but you do not have to do that. Like I watched a video the other day where a couple decided to start 75 hard the next day. So like you can do like any dramatic change like that in an instant. Like you are the one in control of that. Obviously circumstances happen and they push you, but you can only control what you can control. And so yeah, like if you want to start like a 75-day challenge, a 30-day challenge, or you just want to make small changes to your life, you can really start that at any time. Like, I feel like the changes that I've been making in my life, I started like around the time I got a job, which was in April. So it's just like you can really make changes when you want. Like, I literally started this series in May. So it's like you really can start whenever you want. And with that being said, I hope to see you in the next one. Have a good one. Bye.